I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at the Staircase Theatre at the Hamilton Film Festival in Hamilton. I'm here with jury member Brian Berneker. Tell me a little bit about this wonderful outfit you're wearing, a sparkly hat and red shirt.
Well, this is just a red party shirt I've had for a while. They last longer when they're made out of plastic. And so I decided I was actually on vacation in Hollywood, or LA actually, for 7 days, and I picked up this hat at Universal Studios for Halloween because I didn't have a costume, and I thought, well, I don't want to be that guy without a costume, so I thought, get a funny hat, that'll do. So I got the hat. It does sparkles too and blinking.
So for Halloween, you were the funny hat guy.
Funny hat guy. I went to the Eli Roth midnight movie marathon, and Eli Roth his chair was like right in front of mine. I'm like, I can't see this movie because Eli Roth's sitting in front of me.
Was he with his parents? I know that he's often with his parents. I'm often with my mom as well.
Possibly they were there, but they weren't sitting with him at the, in the theater, and so that was pretty cool. I did that.
Tell me a little bit about how your time in LA and in watching the Eli Roth films has prepared you for your role as jury member here at the festival.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because when Eli Roth was showing his films, he also showed some of his older college films and some stuff that was, I guess, possibly entered into some, smaller indie festivals. And I got to see some of his, bad stuff. That's not even really bad stuff, but, before he became, really pro and had a lot of people working with him. And and that combined with the real audience gives you a different feel for what, how when you watch a movie as a juror in a festival, one of the things you can do is you can misinterpret something. You might be watching at home on your computer or your TV, and you're trying to decide if you think this film is a good film based on different, production values, story writing, acting, directing, editing. You have a certain concept in your head when you're watching it at home, and then you come to a screening at a theater and you get the audience's reaction and you realize, oh, you know what, I didn't anticipate this part of it. And even with some of my own films, I've screened it at different locations, and the audience reacts just a little bit different each time. I think it's important for directors to be conscious of that. So when I was at the Eli Roth Film Festival, I noticed that, there were certain parts where people would break out in hilarious laughter, or, just a different kind of take on different parts of these, basically gruesome films. And it was actually quite insightful for me to witness. I mean, you can talk about it, you can describe it, but when you're there in person, in the room with the director, and kind of not really even a hand-picked audience, it's a very small theater it was screening. It was screened at the New Beverly, which is owned by Quentin Tarantino, and I would guess it's maybe 200 to 300 seats, this theater. It's just a small, intimate theater. And that was what it was great about it, because you get the real feeling of community. It was like being at a slumber party. So I think, for filmmakers that want to make a really good film, it's nice to impress a juror. Of course, you want to win a prize, but I think the most important thing is to consider what your audience is going to see when they watch the film. And if you got any opportunity at all to screen it in front of real people, do it, and pay attention to how they react. You might write it a certain way and might not come across. You might have something that you accidentally put in your film and didn't even realize it was going to have such an impact. So I think that's a really great way to know how to make a good film.
And where's the best place for us to find out more information on you and all of the great work that you do online?
I spend time on Facebook. I'm just Brian Berneker. Look me up on Facebook. Or yes, at Brian Berneker.
On Twitter.
And of course, I'm on the jury of the Hamilton Film Festival, so if you follow the Hamilton Film Festival, hamiltonfilmfestival.com, and their Twitter and Facebook pages, you eventually run into me somewhere making a fool of myself. So.
Well, thank you so much. Congrats on everything, all of your films, and on your work at the jury as well, and have a great festival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at the Hamilton Film Festival in Hamilton.